What's new, YouTube? It's the man all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. I want to say thank you to the lovely Miss Leanne George for the interview we had earlier. I appreciate her. Also, while I'm on here, as you know, there's some birthdays of a couple ladies who were in the sport of bodybuilding, who are now since retired. A lady who I've become very friendly with, the lovely, the amazing Tisha, the Tigress Thomas. Today is her birthday. The woman is 52 years old. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe she's 52. But me and Tisha, we've been acquaintances for quite a while. I call her my fighting buddy because a couple of times I miss. Sometimes we're doing interviews, and we get into a fight. And also, I want to say happy birthday to one Miss Christine Inval. Now, Christine Inval is a legend. She's from down under. She's one of the many women who represent their country of Australia in bodybuilding. And, she's one of the early stages. Her, Beth Francis, a couple others. But, Christina Inval is an amazing lady, great physique, great process. So right now we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to bring in my partner in crime in here in a sec. And we will talk about something, a subject here. So we go. Hey, yo.
Hello.
Hey, yo. Anyway, folks, this is my partner in the hand of the Emperor, Jen.
Yo.
And we are going to talk about a subject that we've been particularly if you look at certain women in certain other sports, they have, my mindset, and I don't know if Jen agrees with me, they have women who have potential to be in the sport of bodybuilding. Some do compete, some have competed. But, I don't know, maybe just me being a schmo and a fan, I see bodybuilders in everywhere. So what's your thought, Jen?
Before we really get into this subject, there's a couple news items that I want to get into.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, you saw that the IFBB recently posted the 2023 schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But they removed it recently too. So we managed to get I did archive it though. So basically they managed to put up two, there was two contests that was listed on it. One was the New York Pro, and the other one was Miss Olympia.
Uh-huh.
New York Pro is in May, late May, and Miss Olympia is early November. So not really more other than that on that front. Also, the man who helped get rid of Miss Olympia from the Arnold Classic has recently died.
Joe. I think it's Joseph Larimer, I think his name is.
Yes.
Yeah, because I saw that posted. Some people have posted it, and my condolences to him, and his family.
Yeah.
But the fact is, he is one of the women one of the people behind.
He made a wrong decision.
Yeah, as I said again.
Well, interesting. He must have he was actually probably the one who also probably brought it into the. I don't know for a fact, but he was probably the one that probably both brought it in and then got rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like one thing about Joe Weider, he didn't like the way women's bodybuilding was going, but he still supported it. He still stood by it. But but by the time when he passed away, and his brother Ben I think Ben died first, then Joe, and pretty much it's in the hands of corporations and other people who don't have the same passion for bodybuilding. But rest in peace to him and his family, whatever. But I think with the schedule, they usually, they don't really pull it fully out. We already know that we have New York, because I saw the schedule. You have New York, you have Miss Olympia. You still have other shows like the Tampa Bay. You have also Chicago Pro. You have, I think, the later shows. As if you saw a while back, they dropped women's bodybuilding from the Omaha Pro. And their show that's had just this weekend was the Big Man weekend. And I thought they had women's bodybuilding, but now it's just men's open and women and bikini.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
and there was just I know. Sorry, I know. I
Go
got
ahead.
so much news, and I keep.
Well, let's go to the news first.
But,
Yeah, we're going to go to the news.
but this is some.
What? Oh, my partner I just lost my partner. As you was talking about the news, as you know, they did put out the schedule, but the schedule is not the full schedule for the season. And we have to probably wait till they finish it out. Usually, they're probably a lot of promoters probably wait till after the Olympia's over, and then they want to do before the New Year start. So we probably have to wait till Olympia. Olympia is like I think about about 2 more weeks away, because this is a full week. This is not the full week of December. We just got a couple more days left of November, and then next week's the full week of December. And I think after that is the week for to start the Olympia. But we wait for like I said, my partner will come back in whenever it might be some issue like he did the last time about power outage around his house. But as I was saying, I've been a fan of bodybuilding for a long time, and I'm seeing a lot of women in the other sports that have potential to be bodybuilders. And we got my man. There he is. He just popped in.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was messing with. I think I hit log in because I wanted to change my avatar a bit to.
I know. I just
related.
Doing an interview. I put myself on mute, and then I couldn't get myself off mute. I don't know what the hell. This StreamYard can be a thing. I mean, but as you saying, what other news do you have that you want to share before we start all this stuff?
Yeah, I was talking to my. But did you know that we've already had the first Asian Miss Olympia? I don't know if you've known this little fact that I've recently discovered. First Asian, actually American Miss Olympia.
Let's see, who was that? I'm trying to remember. Was there?
It's nobody that you would suspect. And I was a bit, interested when I found this out too. But Irish Kyle is technically her father is African American. Her mother, though, is of Indian American descent.
Anything people don't see she's black, so that's. But that's true. That's
but
true.
If we're going by if you looked at some of her siblings, though, you'd see what it. This is something I learned recently from a podcast about her. She did mention that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
so. Technically, she is. So technically, she and Hideki are both Asian bodybuilders.
Well, Hideki's Japanese. She's of East Indian descent, you would say, but technically, when you look at her, she's black. So, but we go by that. We go back. But what other news do you have while we're here?
Well, besides that, everything else is pretty good. No other news other than that. Just waiting for the Olympia to come.
Yeah, waiting because I think Olympia is like another 10 more days. I think because we got 2 more days left of November. Then next week is a full week of December, and then I think it's the week after that first full week.
December 16th.
Mm-hmm. And then you also have the amateur shows that start, I think, the 14th, because I think registration start for those shows for the 13th and the 14th. Because if you're a competitor and you are want to register, and this year for the Olympia, for the amateur show, they have women's bodybuilding. So I know some ladies that they were so excited because the fact is it gave me an opportunity, to do either both physique and women's bodybuilding, and possibly I think the last. Usually, the top 3 competitors get their pro cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm crossing my fingers.
That should be interesting to see.
Yeah, and also next year around March is have the On Sports Classic. I don't give a damn about the main show, but the amateur show still has women bodybuilding on it. And
what?
Yeah. Hey, you're the man. You're supposed to be the hand of the king. You're supposed to be man knowledgeable. Hand the emperor. I mean, you're supposed to be knowledgeable. Yeah, I saw it. I posted on my Facebook channel, a Facebook page. I thought you should follow my Facebook page. You remember? You should have seen it. that they are having women's bodybuilding at the Arnold's Amateur. See, this is one thing
Like
is
for the first time in like, because I know they used to have it in the past, so they're redoing it again.
where you should know as an amateur you have to pay interest fee. It's about making money for Arnold. So he could pay the interest fee. So why not have women's bodybuilding? And also, there's opportunity for some women who just do physique, and then they have this other division they can jump over to and see to get their pro qualification. And I think they also have masters too, because
I'd really like, I'd really like to be interested in like knowing more about this new head of the Arnold Sports Festival, because it's current like Arnold doesn't actually manage it, the day to day kind of things. It was
he
originally
just
Jim Lamore, but he probably retired and died recently. I think the guy's name is like Lloyd something. I can go. It's on the IFBB Pro site, so like maybe like this is maybe me being delusional. Maybe with this new guy running things, eventually we could see.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that because if, like I said, he just cut out figure, and figure is to me is closer to bodybuilding than wellness and bikini. You know, fitness it might even get cut out eventually, but I think because it's still the women are a certain particular look and style, I think they're gonna probably keep it for a good while. But anyway, besides that stuff going on, as I was saying, as a fan of bodybuilding and as a particularly certain sports, like I said, I'm a fan of wrestling, fan of MMA, and I see some women in my mindset, maybe just me as a fan, who have particular look and physiques that could definitely transition into bodybuilding. As you know, one thing is, it's just about if they can find their passion for it. Because I know some ladies who I follow had competed in bodybuilding from one point during their careers, and then they focus more on their uh, current career. I know a lady who did an interview I back, the lovely Mandy Pope. Mandy was an IFBB fitness pro, and she is an MMA fighter. And I remember she told me on an interview how her last MMA fight sponsored her last competition, because it takes money to fuel bodybuilding, and it's not profitable unless you win. We got my man here, Balls Deep. He just dropped through. He says, so, "What up and salute." Yeah, appreciate Balls Deep as usual. Chicago in here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, don't say and in Migos pack on deck as usual. Yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, and also balls deep saying that the ladies, because I said I'll go balls deep in these ladies. This is, as you know, if you see, if you saw the avatar for this video, I have Jordan Grace, um, Jay Cargill, Felice Herrick, Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres, and also Ariel Carlosi. And Tisha, Ariel, and Felice. Well, Felice used to fight in UFC. Tisha, if you have heard, she just announced that her and her wife, Raquel Pennington, who I not long called Rocky, I'll call her Raquel. She's pregnant. And Tisha, she did compete in wellness and bikini, but Tisha has a great muscle development. Eric Carlosi. But we're going to start off with Jay Cargill. We got my brother coming here, XA Gucci 23. Hello. Yeah, hello, XA. And he's saying this shit. Team Nunez. Forget that lion ass queen, XA. Forget Nunez. Forget her. No one cares about Nunez, that lion ass. But we're going to start with Jay Cargill. And Jay, she wrestles for AEW. And what her passion was, she was an athlete. She's played basketball and other sports. And she's 42-0 now in AEW. And I follow her because she's beautiful. She has a great physique, a great body. And, she's a mom also. I think she's also married. Damn. But yeah, always getting what you want. But Jade I think I see Jade, and honestly, she has great physique. And I think, this is my mindset, I think she could possibly either do wellness, figure, or women's physique? What do you think about Jade, Jen?
But, uh, well, what division is she currently in now?
Where she wrestles for AEW.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think I would give her a figure. I think in figure she would do very well with that kind of physique she currently has. What do
Yeah,
you think?
yeah, I think figure will probably be a good division for her. But also, Jade is a bit of a thickum too, and I think she can probably do good in wellness. Look at that. She has a great physique. She's very, like I say, one thing she's just her last match where she went 42-0 now, and she's her Shitara for the Thundercats. I used to love Thundercats. Shitara was sexy. I loved her. Yeah, I mean, it's not like some kind of feline fish, but you know, and she has great physique, great muscle development. I can see her, truthfully, competing in figure or physique, whichever division works best for her. She has a great, I would say again, amazing body. And also she's very appealing. And like I said, she is an athlete. Like besides wrestling, she used to play basketball back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, that gives you very good experience with that.
Yeah, and I know what I learned from doing this content on these ladies. A lot of these ladies have many of them do have an athletic background. And particularly Jade, she's just one of those. I think she can do pretty good if she thinks about it. Because her wrestling career could fuel her bodybuilding could fuel. But the thing is, with wrestling, it's very very busy. These ladies are traveling. They're on the road. They are. And she has responsibilities and family. And I know XA, who's a big fan of wrestling like myself, he knows Jade Cargill, and I think Jade is just amazing. I mean, she just she just I don't know. I just like I said, maybe just me being a fanboy, but I see that she just has good potential. You know,
Here's a woman's physique that I think could have potential as well. The woman there,
who is
if
it?
they went into bodybuilding. Uh, Jane Feldman.
Jeannie Philman? Well,
Yeah,
she does
Jane
compete.
in women's bodybuilding.
Yes, she's yeah. As you know, she does physique, as you know. And Jeannie, she's been competing. She just made her, I think, her third or I think her fourth Olympia appearance. I think she's gonna be because she just won at the Tampa over the was it this summer. And yeah, I know a lady who I did
But
an interview with.
she doesn't compete as bodybuilder though. That's
She's physique, but still that's bodybuilding.
yeah, yeah.
May not be main bodybuilding. May not be the main, like I said, the main house, but still part of bodybuilding. And like I said, like Jenny, I mean, I know a lady who I did an interview a while back, the lovely Miss Daphne Carter, who was a physique competitor who switched over to wellness this year. And she was trained and worked with both Daphne and I mean with Jeannie and her husband. And Jenny just have I ain't gonna lie, she just has a great physique. I mean, good lines, good quality muscle development. I mean, but like I said again, she is a physique competitor. She's a mom, and this is this is where's a picture of her. I think she's of Latin descent, I believe, because I know she has a slight accent. And even then, when she was back then, you could see the how she's developing, and I mean, she has a great physique, great look. I would say she's an attractive woman too. I mean, she just like I said again, she earned her, I believe, her third or fourth Olympia qualification. She at the Tampa Bay this summer, and because the last couple of times she went by points, I believe. One year, I think she did
Yeah.
win a show, but the last couple of times, I believe she went to by points. But yeah, Jenny is amazing, and particularly, she is like great lines, great genetics, great aesthetics, and I think she like I said, she is a bodybuilder per se, but she is of the different division.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I try to tell you, brother, try to keep up on this, try to keep up on this.
I try. Oh, so we're just talking about women who aren't even like in any of these sports.
Yeah, that's the thing because, like I said,
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay, so I was a bit confused. I thought we were talking about like, oh, with this like just any a random in general. Okay, I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
it's like I said, like you see, like I said again, some of these women they do have potential, and some women do pretty good. You know, it's just about bodybuilding is uh you know it's a draining sport. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of time, takes a lot of money to do it. Some people, I know some ladies tell me like they get approached sometimes. I remember a lady said she was like, a lady that did an interview a while back. She said when she was in the gym, she got approached by a guy saying like, you have potential for your bodybuilder, and they eventually get into it. You know, but yeah, there's so many women who I've seen, especially in sports like wrestling. There are also women in like there's they do CrossFit. Some of these CrossFit competitors were either at one point they either were in bodybuilding or they transitioned from CrossFit to bodybuilding. Yeah. Get my man XA here. Yeah, I know Jade, but I think she's going to stay in wrestling and make the money there because wins bodybuilding wedges is too slow, and that is my thought. And yeah, that's true. If it was more profitable, like one bodybuilder I'm a fan of, that's Natalia Amazonka from Russia. And when she came in the game, people were so excited. She did a couple of shows, turned pro, did her pro show, and then after that, when she wasn't doing as well financially, she said she's gonna focus on because I know a lot of ladies who are into bodybuilding fitness world. They competed for a good bit, but then they saw there was more money doing stuff off the off of bodybuilding. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, another wrestler I'm a fan of, and I think she's great. She's amazing, and I follow on social media. I would love to have her on my channel for an interview, and that is one Mrs. Jordan Grace Grissom. And Jordan actually her full name is Trisha Parker, so it's actually Trish Trisha Parker Grissom, and she is a professional wrestler. She's been wrestling since she was a teenager, and back in the day, Jordan was a little bit more of a thickum. She was part of a tag team called POG, PAWG's Fat Ass White Girls, her and another named Mephisto. And Jordan over the years has really developed as a competitor. She is the Impact Women's Champion, and also she also had a couple of titles at Impact. She had been multiple time titles on different organizations over her career. And Jordan, I think, maybe just me, she has potential to be a bodybuilder. She does a lot of heavy workout. Also, she does powerlifting. She just recently had a couple of matches against Marsha Slamovich, and this is right here. And look at the arms, look at the guns.
The arms are really amazing.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject of like people that are bodybuilders, people that have potential to be bodybuilders in the sport. Um, what about competitors who retired from female bodybuilding but still maintain their bodybuilding physique, at least as recently as I checked? Because I know somebody like Christy Hawkins, she's into powerlifting, and I think she still has her bodybuilding physique still, which remains.
Yeah. I know. I talked about this in my channel, and I did saw a while back. Yeah, I believe she posted it. She posted it in her story in her IG, and I think I don't know, she posted that her pro card. It was like the 2022 pro card application, and I don't know. There's a good chance that she might return next year.
Who?
Christy Hawkins.
Wow.
I know she does a lot of. I know she posted. I don't know. Maybe just me. I remember Christy Hart. Great look. She kind of reminded me of MMA fighter by the name Ronda Rousey because I love the mole, but a great physique. But I don't. She posted. It was a. I talked about it on my old channel on my old IG, and I mentioned it how she posted on her IB Pro card, how she has to re-register, and she does do a lot of powerlifting. But also, this isn't about Christy. She's a microbiologist, so
Yeah,
she's pretty much a scientist.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, she's absolutely, yeah. She's got like an extremely high IQ,
Hmm.
um, brains and brawn. I mean, literally both. Like the most amazing definition of it. Um, yeah. I guess if she's doing that, I mean, it'd be nice to ask her, like, hey, are you're interested to going back? Because if she comes back, she would only be like, she's only like 42, 43 at the moment.
Yeah, and look at this.
She'd be coming in at, and keep in mind that's usually when female bodybuilders reach their peak around that era.
Yeah, because I think Christy, when she came in the game, she was in her mid to late 20s, I believe. She retired after I think she competed for like 2 or 3 years. Retired after that, and if you look at her here, she's doing powerlifting. She's really putting on. I think she could if she wanted to. It won't be too late for her because, like I said, she's at that point. I feel like I said, what I learned with this, a lot of these ladies hit their most maturity because your body starts slowing down. You can really put on a little bit more size. That's that space where between like in your mid to late 30s to your mid to late 40s, where are the best years. Like you look at people like Helen Trevino and Margie Martin, who are in their
Irish Kyle.
Iris
Yeah,
Kyle.
yeah.
I think Iris, she kept, you remember Iris, it was like she was in her 30s by the time the end of the Olympia for her. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
that, and you can't forget Linda Murray, you know,
Yep.
and so many others, and also Kim Javetsky. This those, and you see that people like Irene Anderson, who has amazing physique, still maintaining. But I think Christy could probably, if she wanted to, because I saw the thing when she posted that she get her recertification for IFBB Pro card. She was hot stuff back in the day. I remember she was hot stuff when she
Yeah.
came in as a pro, and I think she might, it's the pick, she might. Uh,
She's definitely one of those like more well-known ones because she's had a lot more exposure than others with documentaries and
yeah.
TV wise and other things. And um, the only thing I would say is back in the day, she did not have the best abdominals, and that was probably the thing I think was holding her back. Honestly,
Yeah. The other thing is, it's always particularly one thing I know some ladies that, oh, they got great business, and then there might be an issue with their back, issue with their quads, issue with their calves, issue with their delts. Those things you have to work on, and once you work on them, it helps. Like I know, remember Sean Boswell when she did Chicago back in 2020. It was between her and and oh I think he just got called by his mom. But yeah, I remember particularly some ladies who just something wasn't just a little off, and they had to fix them. My man KLA just said Christy Hawkins, the She-Hulk. Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. She's a good size, but she's still a little bit on the short side. She-Hulk's supposed to be a lot bigger, KLA, but much respect to her. Also, as I said again, we'll probably wait till my partner comes back because he had just been
I'm
called.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, hey,
stupid. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm back.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We understand. You know how it is when you living with somebody. But also, I was going to talk about more technically a lady who I'm a fan of, and I think she's an MMA fighter, and like I said again, she just announced that she is going to have a baby with her wife, uh, Raquel Pennington. I don't call her Rocky anymore, and those two, she also competes. She also this last year she competed in I think she competed in physique. No, she did wellness, and also she did bikini. but she has great muscle development and great potential, and that is the tiny tornado, Tisha Torres. And Tisha, I'm a big fan of Tisha. I think, like I said, you see her, you would think that I think she did bikini and wellness, but I think she could be. She's a little bit on the short side, and she's a bit, she's a little bit, a little thicker. I think wellness would be a good for her because, one thing with bikini, you got to have, implants. They, you rarely see a bikini girl do too well without breast implants. And I think wellness is probably a better division for her. She works out. A lot of these MMA fighters. Even I mean, we talked about a guy who I'm fans of his name is WWE Addict, and he talked about how some MMA fighters train like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, it would be like
yeah.
one of the most best ways to do it.
But one thing with MMA, you don't need too much muscle because the fact is, too much muscle can really hold you back a bit, and muscle does take and drain your blood and your oxygen because you need to fuel that muscle. But Tisha, she has a great physique, as you know. And so again, I talked about this on my channel where how she did her last year. She did her amateur debut in body in both wellness and bikini, novice and open, and she has potential. I mean, she has a degree in martial arts. I think I would say good luck to her become a mom. I think she's gonna be out for a while. She hadn't fought since I think XA. If you see the XA, when the last time Tisha fought? Since early this year or since last year? Because XA he follows MMA like I do, and we talk about it. And and like I say, she's an attractive young lady. I can't lie, she is pretty. She's been competing. Just I like her. Something about Tisha. She just she's also I think she's Puerto Rican or Cuban. She's one or two. I can see some of those aesthetics as a competitive bodybuilder. I think my partner got called again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Hey.
Hey, so what do you
But
think
yeah,
about?
I do agree.
Hmm.
I think she would have potential.
Yeah, I think maybe, like I said, she's a little bit on the short side. Like I said, the figure girl's a little taller, and bikini, you have to have huge jugs. I think wellness would be good for her because it's still a new division, and she has some of the aesthetics that probably fit better for that division compared to some of the others.
Yeah.
Now, another lady who I follow on social media and who I'm a fan of is Felice Herring, Little Bulldog Felice. Now, she just retired from MMA this summer, and she is making the her way into bare knuckle, which is another fighting combat sport, which has got popular the last couple of years. I mean, it's really getting popular. A lot of MMA fighters have transitioned from that sport to that, from MMA to that sport. And Felice, at one point, she did compete as a bikini competitor back in the day, and she's one of the original women who were part of the tough of the Ultimate Fighter when they started Strike Division, and she comes in like I said, maybe I don't know, she has a great physique, and often especially when she gets down, you have to as fighters you have to get down and weight so you can fight because it's one like you can't fight in your regular weight, you got to fight at your fighting weight. And Tisha, she looks like if she wanted to, I know she's into um, mixed martial arts. She could compete as maybe not bikini, but probably figure because she's a little taller than Tisha Torres. Hello, hello. I think I lost my partner. I think something came up. I don't, you know, uh, you know, it might be something, I don't know, but Jen. Oh yeah, he's on mute right now. I think something's busy right now. But like I said, I think Tisha has potential. As you know, she's focused more on her MMA career. She's no longer with the UFC, but she switched over to bare knuckle. I don't know when she's gonna make her debut yet, But like I say, I see her when, especially when she does the weigh-ins. She works out too. Just as she works out seriously. Also, a lot of these MMA fighters um, do a lot of heavy lifting because you want to build muscle. And I think she might do well. I mean, I don't think she was an amateur a long time. You know, she was in and out because of the last couple of years because of her knee issues. A while back, she had to get knee surgery, and and she had a last fight against Karolina Kovacevic, and then she announced her retirement. But I think that if she choose any division, she don't have the aesthetics for wellness, but I think she could do figure. You know, she, you can see even those little bit of, like I said, when I'm learning for stuff, those little bit of that quad sweep right here in the quads. She's a little leaner. She's got. I think she can probably put on the muscle really well. You know, it's about the aesthetics. But I think she does have, you know, good possible aesthetics for figure.
Yep.
Yeah. My
Sorry
partners
about
came in.
that. Sorry about that. I, I had an issue with my doggo. It's gotten very bad separation anxiety. Whenever somebody leaves the house, somebody has to be there to watch it. So I got it right here.
That's all right. That's all right. I understand that. We got Butch Povovich and looking for Monica Molik. You know, I think I heard of that name. Let me, I think she competes. She used to compete. Let me see if she's on IG. Let me do a quick look and see if she's on IG. I think I heard of that name before. I think I used to see pictures of her. I think is she Butch. She the chick that wear glasses. I think is I think that's what it
I
is.
know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Is she the Swedish girl who
She's Swedish or
moved to
something. I
America?
don't know. She used to compete back in the 2000s. I don't know if she competes anymore. Let me see if I could pull her up here. Is it Malik or Molik? Because I think it's let's see. Let's see if I can find her. No, it might be the wrong girl I'm looking at. Let me see. It's put switch to the A to the O. Let's see what we got. Uh, let me jump on Google real quick. Monica
Usually that helps you spelling wise.
Molik. Let's see if we got the right name. We get images. See. Yeah, I think I know who he's talking about. I just pull up a pictures. I'm gonna show the pictures real quick because to she, yeah, I remember her. Yeah, I don't know if she ever turned pro. I think she mostly was amateur for a long time. Yeah, that's her right there.
Yeah, I don't think she turned pro.
I think she competed mostly in the good part of the early 2000s. You know, this is
Yeah,
right here. This is a picture right here. It looks like this might be a recent picture. If I'm not sure. Yeah, very.
IG.
Yeah, she had a attractive, great muscle definition. I think if she competes now, she has to compete as physique because
Unless she, yeah,
yeah, because
she
she's
brought in
bit,
the size.
yeah, she'd be a bit undersized for women's open. But anyway, like I said, but yeah, but I'm gonna mention one more lady who competes in mixed martial arts, who looks like that she could be a bodybuilder. She, her name is Ariel Carnerosi, and she is from Brazil, and she has competed a couple of MMA fights. She fought against a lady who did an interview a while back, um, uh, Ruby Gutierrez, and Ruby beat her was that a while ago. And she's 5'2", 30 years old. She has a good amount of mass muscle, you know. for a woman her size. And I think maybe if I don't know, she's not doing too well in UFC. I think she's 1-2 right now in UFC, and she could possibly, I don't know, if she ever think about doing it, she possibly can be a bodybuilder. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think if she had a choice of divisions, I would say I would lean toward more to physique than figure. I think physique probably be a good division for her. You can see her. Look at her biceps. She has good abdominal development. I know she don't have. I think she don't have that total X factor as they say about you want to see certain competitors. But like I said, she's kind of cute.
Yep.
Even with this, you can see her. Look at her shoulders. Look at her traps. And she has potential to, if she ever feel like it, switching divisions. Going. I think if she feel like MMA is not doing good for her, she can go over to bodybuilding. But I think she does has some bit of potential. And I've seen a lot of ladies in the MMA world who look like they could compete in bodybuilding. But it's about
Yeah.
if you want to sacrifice. I know bodybuilding again is it's not as profitable compared to other sports, and don't make as much money if you were as a bodybuilder, because the fact is it's more of a hobby sport than anything. So what do you think about Ariana Cardosi, partner?
I think she would do very good in wellness too. I agree with that.
I won't say wellness so much. I would say a little more to physique, maybe wellness,
Yeah.
because wellness you have to have one thing about wellness. You got to have a booty. You got to have some junk in the trunk. You can't be too. You have to have some hips, because this division that's created is as bikini and wellness are the tits and ass of bodybuilding now. They're
Can't
very
they just like have like one division that's tits and one that's ass? Not just this.
well. A lot of the girls got tits and ass, but the fact is, particularly, we all know bikini. Most of those girls are. You look more at the top, and with wellness girls, you look more at the bottom. So, like I said, particularly, like I said, it's just these ladies, up to them what they want to go with their future. I think many of them, like my man X says, Jade and Jordan are comfortable where they at. I think Tisha, she's getting into the sport of bodybuilding, but right now she's with child, so we may not see her compete in either one in MMA or in any competitive amateur bodybuilding shows for right now. But hope we do see her. I mean, I think Tisha would really do better in wellness than bikini. She's a little shorter. I think one thing I think bikini wellness is the division for the women who are a little more compact and a little more thicker in certain part areas, especially around the thighs and the glutes compared to some women. But I think with figure is more for the taller girls, who's a little more leaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, folks, this was a great conversation. As we know, we have uh, Olympia is going to be the week after next. And we try to find subjects to talk about. But if you have a subject you want to talk about, or particularly a bodybuilder you want to talk about, or any division, be it physique, be it figure, also let us know. Just leave you can check me out. You can know me. You got my IG. Shoot me on my IG, or leave a comment in my community section. Also, hey, shoot out to my man Jen. He's also on YouTube. So and let him know what you think. Because hey, trying to get the boy to do some videos. Trying to get him to do some content. Trying to get him out there. But he's still a little bit a little bit on the shy side. But give him time, folks. The brother's doing good. He's doing good. So do we have any other subjects to talk about, sir, or we feel like we're done?
I think we covered all the news that we really need. I guess next week. I think not this week, but the week after next week, the week of the Olympia, we should have the official list of people competing. We already kind of do know, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll probably go over placing wise and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about anything of the Olympia on the next week,
Mm-hmm.
or anything
Yeah,
like that, or
yeah. Because y'all know, week before last, that was the week of my birthday. On the 20th, Olympic qualification had ended. So we had the list of the competitors, all ladies who were on their qualification by winning the show or by points. Those are the ladies who will compete at the Olympia. Let's not hope that nothing goes wrong, particularly because I know some ladies live out the country. Some, I remember one lady who competed, who supposed to compete at Olympia last year, Ashley Jones. She dropped out because she got sick, and she competing this year in women's physique. I know. I remember Anastasia Lemonova supposed to compete because she won the Portugal Pro last year, but because of issues, because I think a visa issue, and then now with this mess with the dumbass they have over there as a president in Russia, it's hard for her to get a pro, like a passport, and it's hard for her to compete in any shows because they're banning a lot of Russian competitors, not just in women's bodybuilding, but also most other sports because they're punishing for the sins of their leader, and he's stupid. And I heard the people say there's a bounty on his head. A lot of these rich Russian billionaires, he's messing their money, and there's a bounty on his head. And I know a while back, I was talking to Virginia Sanchez. She wanted to do Olympia that year, but because her the thing was going on with the virus, she had to miss it. Because she earned qualification by winning she won the was it Maine Muscle Fest, and I think no, she was no, she did the Olympia, but she didn't do the Rising Phoenix. But we are hearing that there's the virus is popping back, but we're hoping that people be safe
never
out there.
really left. But
Yeah, it never really left. It's just that this time of year when weather's changing, people getting you also still can't forget the things like flu and pneumonias out there, Stu. Those diseases don't go away, folks. They're out there. But like I say, I'm a person believing actually don't believe in it, but I believe in the science. Get a vaccination. It does not kill the virus, but it does halt the symptoms of it. It does keep you from getting worse than you need to be. So we're hoping we have a great Olympia. I hope all ladies competitors can make it. We don't want anybody to miss an opportunity like this. And like I said, we just see how things are gonna go. And I said again, this year at the Olympia, they're having women's bodybuilding. So ladies who are out there who follow my channel, who are probably getting prepared because I think this week they're having nationals, which is where it's a show. The nationals is where it's in the it's having it in Orlando, I believe, I think having it in Orlando, and this is where some ladies get their opportunity to earn their pro card. Chelsea Dion, she earned her pro card at that. Her and another lady earned their pro cards in bodybuilding at the nationals. Also, physique and all the other divisions earned their pro cards at that show. So we wish all the best of luck for these upcoming new pros. I also like this interview with a lovely lady who just turned pro, Miss Leanne George. Respect to her and shout out to her. And before I head out, folks, I appreciate the people for y'all condolences you gave me for passing my aunt Aura. I love my aunt. She was a great lady. I will miss her, and I do appreciate y'all support. And thank y'all. Y'all just not just my supporters, my followers. You're also my friends, and some of you are I would consider almost family. So I don't know. He must have popped out again.
oh no, I'm still here.
Yeah, you got quiet on me. So and I do appreciate my partner here, the hand of the emperor.
Yep, next time
Yeah,
be
and
more organized and less chaos. But yeah, next time we'll I guess talk about the Olympia because those are the two big events coming up. You got to remember this is the big events coming up here, folks.
yeah, Olympia is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. Next I think the biggest Olympia, Arnold, and then a couple of shows like that. But yeah, yeah, those are the shows that we mostly talk about. You gonna watch the live stream?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna pay for it. It's too
Be all set.
expensive.
Too
But yeah,
expensive. Rip.
if like I say you want, we can. I don't know. We can try to do. We can set a certain time. I think we want. Like I said, the finals probably later that evening. If you want, we can come on and do a review of the finals since you're gonna be watching on live stream. You can talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just we
yeah,
just set
that'd
it
be
up.
interesting.
Yeah, we can use it. Because I know there's so many other shows, but I think we're gonna focus. I think we're focused on who's gonna can anybody knock off Andrea Shaw? That's a big question.
No,
Yeah, well, you're
no,
honest. But folks, we do appreciate y'all and thank you for coming through. Like, comment, share. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my partner Jen. Support us in the sport of content on bodybuilding. And if you know a lady who is in the sport, support these ladies. Hey, I'm talking to some ladies who are getting ready for the nationals. They ain't really going, and I'm telling you, man, you got to say these ladies they go through a lot. And if you are generally somebody, don't be that weird guy out there saying some crazy shit. Be somebody say, you know what? Let them know that you're doing good, much respect, and keep on going.
yeah.
So, like I said, we're gonna wrap this up. It's about time for my supper time, and I do appreciate y'all. Shout out to my man XJ Gucci 23, Balls Deep, KL don't go KLA8 don't go against nature, and Butch Povich. Support you. Thank you for coming through and supporting my channel, and and also much respect to my man, Hammond Emperor Jin.
Peace out, everybody.
And Pete, folks, enjoy rest of your week. Happy belated Thanksgiving, and also Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.